Hey, it's Angela, and you're listening to Divinely Connected. Today is Tuesday, November 14th. All right, so there does seem to be, okay, there may be some detours, there may be some inconveniences coming in today. And what this is really kind of showing is that there is a little bit of feeling low energy. Um, it feels like you're kinda like, "Oh, I shoulda known better," or, "I'm feeling duped," and I think that that is the expression. I think that's the way that you're feeling because I don't feel like there was the intention of you being duped. I don't feel like there was the type of manipulation that comes along with that. So, validating your own emotional experience, but also wanting to bring in maybe a little context. Right? And so you may be feeling this may be how you feel, but I think that it would be beneficial for you to go, is that actually what's happening? Or is somebody else, did we just give somebody the benefit of the doubt and then they um were who they were? So there's this kind of feeling like I'm getting mixed because I can feel you feeling that, but I also am like, I don't know if that's actually what happened. It could you be borrowing trouble. It could also be kind of like that ego loves to just go and grandstand and make it all into something that it's not. That also is well, one, that does feel good in the moment. Right, because it's kind of hitting those pleasure centers with you, and then all of a sudden it's creating this security within you and this blame that's not you, but it actually doesn't help anything in the long run, right? So it's actually better to stay away from dialogues, internal or external, that just snowball into all these things that actually didn't happen, getting your nervous system up in arms. Okay. There may be a potential for a conflict. There may be kind of the butting of heads, right? And I think that it would be in everybody's best interest if there was the step back. Take the step back and go, okay, what's really happening here? Right? Are they giving you a hard time or are they having a hard time? Right? And I think that this is something that's really important because our egos get triggered and we think, oh, everybody's out to get us, or this is, of course, coming as a personal backlash or outburst. But most times than not, it has nothing to do with you. The way that people act, the way that they interact, the choices that they make is almost always a reflection of where they are at. It may be misguided and it may be aimed at you, but it really has nothing to do with you. It's always a reflection of where they are. So there is a change that can be made, and the change could either be go a new direction, go a different way, or it can also be looking at this in different light, right? So depending on the value of this relationship or this exchange will then dictate how you're going to proceed, right? But there is this feeling of if you take the step back, the whole situation or the exchange is completely different, right? And there's much more accurate context that is found when you take your personal feelings out of it. Okay. There's also actionable steps that need to be made within today. And it doesn't feel like you have the 2 feet on the ground, which means that there needs to be time to center your energy and to ground your energy before making a decision, especially, especially if it is connected to money. Okay. So there is this feeling of we need to make sure that we're grounded, meaning that we are in the best space that we can be to make a sound decision. If there is this type of energy and we're already off kilter and we're a little bit PO'd and our energy is off and because of the previous conflict, then we have to turn around and like go get a mortgage or, go and sign on the dotted line or commit to something that is important, you need to either postpone it and sleep on it, or you need to take time to go get your energy straight so that you are present and grounded in your energy so that you are your best self making these decisions and retaining the knowledge that you're committing to. All right. And so the two things that you can do is either sleep on it and say, can we do this tomorrow? Can we sign the papers tomorrow? That will give you time to regulate your energy. Or you can go and do a grounding. You can do a quick meditation. You can do breath work. Depending on the time that you have, you can go into like salt bath, shower, cleanse your energy with sage. But if you're pinched for time, then you have all the tools within you, and you can do a grounding meditation. You can do, the tree roots growing out of the bottom of your feet, anchoring you down into Mother Earth, pulling up Mother Earth's energy, and doing some deep inhales and exhales as you ground your energy. You can pull your energy in as well, close to, I always like to pretend like there's a little, or envision a little candle with a flame in the middle of my chest, and I pull all my energy into the flame. That's bringing my energy back in close to my body so that I'm not frazzled and going here and there. When your energy or your aura is out too far, one of the biggest indicators is if you all of a sudden become super clumsy, right? And so you're catching the walls, you're stubbing your toes, you're walking into door jams, you're dropping your keys, you're forgetting what you're doing. Your energy is out way too far. You need to stop, drop, and ground. Right? You need to pull that energy in. That's exactly what is happening. And I had this the other day, and it makes sense because I was just in Moncton, New Brunswick, doing a Messages from Spirit event, which was so beautiful. So many beautiful messages came out on Friday, but we were just up and hit the road on Saturday. And so I didn't do my normal come down, my normal cleansing of my energy. And all of a sudden I'm like, can't walk through a door frame. And I knew exactly what it was. My energy was out too far, and there was too many connections to the night before. So I just did a quick little meditation, got my energy back, and off I went. So don't feel like you don't have what you need. You are the tool. I say this in all my classes, whether we're learning about our spirit guides or intuition or learning how to do oracle cards. There is tools to help us, but we harness the power. We are all that we need. Right? And so you don't need to have the crystals with you. You don't need to have the cards with you to make a decision to ground your energy. You don't need to have a phone. You don't need to have pre-made meditations. You can simply stop what you're doing, envision Mother Earth, envision laying on a beach, go walk in the grass, whatever it is, and bring your breath slowly and deeply. Breathing in God's white light, exhaling all that no longer serves you. Breathing in God's white light, exhaling all that no longer serves you. Remember, you are so powerful. You are spirit. You are naturally spiritual, right? And so we don't need to buy into everything that is outside of us to make us intuitive and spiritually connected. You already are. You were born that way. All right. I'm going to leave that with you. Don't forget to come back tomorrow for tomorrow's daily message.